Welcome to the third lecture in statistics, and in this presentation I would like to discuss something called combinatorics. From this slide you can get a very quick overview of this lecture, and let's move to the introduction. So combinatorics is number of ways of choosing some objects out of a collection, or in other words we can say that this is number of ways of their arrangement. Before we proceed to any rules or operations related to combinatorics, I would like to focus on two counting rules that you need to be familiar with in order to be able to apply the formulas for combinatorics. First of all, you need to be familiar with something called factorial, so n with an exclamation mark. And factorial, this is just the product of all positive integers less than or equal to a given positive integer and denoted by that integer and an exclamation point. Here is a general formula, and let's have a look at some examples. So for example, 4 factorial will be equal to 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 1. So we get that 4 factorial is equal to 24. 3 factorial is just 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, and in the end we get that 3 factorial is equal to 6. 2 factorial, this is just 2 multiplied by 1, which is just 2. So 2 factorial is equal to 2. You might also encounter something like 1 factorial, and this is just 1, and 0 factorial is also just 1. You also need to be familiar with something called binomial coefficient, which is denoted in the following way, and it represents the number of different groups of size k that can be selected from a set of size n when the order of selection is not of importance. So in simple words, we need to select k number of elements out of n elements. And this is written in the following way. So n factorial divided by k factorial multiplied by, in the brackets, n minus k factorial. So for example, if you need to select 5 objects out of 10 objects, we get the following formula. So 10 factorial divided by 5 factorial divided by 10 minus 5 factorial. And when we solve this, we get that this coefficient is equal to 252. For example, if we need to select 2 objects out of 8 objects, we get the following expression, and when we solve it, we get that this binomial coefficient is equal to 32.